everyone. Welcome to episode 15 of the Healthy Osprey podcast. My name is Cire,
And I'm Kathy.
and today we have a special guest with us today. I want to welcome everyone to Andrea, our Pure Health educator.
Hi guys.
Yay! We need one of those
Hey.
little fake, like, a round of applause sort of things that they have like on Charlie. But yeah, welcome everybody to Andrea. I'll let Kathy go ahead and tell us about what the episode will be about today.
So guys, so today we kind of wanted to emphasize a little bit on mental health and how you can prepare yourself for fall semester. I know that it's definitely going to be super different now, especially with like all this type of distancing protocols and wearing the mask and all that. And we can probably feel a little bit disoriented as we're going to feel like we have to sort of take all these precautions and stuff and like feel like there's going to be some like restrictions from like living our like best life. But the point is that you want to definitely stay healthy as possible and have a good mindset, because like it's so important to have a good mindset and make sure that you are surrounded by people that really do make you feel good as a person. And then afterwards we might talk about things on how we wish we could have changed a little bit of our college experience. So Cire is about to graduate. Andrea is a senior, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I will be a senior too. And so we definitely have a little bit of that college experience that we would like to share with you guys. So if Andrea can start, please, with what are some things that you probably would recommend to, live a better, like, mental, healthy lifestyle?
Yeah, I think going into this next season with fall semester soon upon us, it's a little bit different. I think we can all admit it's not what we envisioned going into the fall semester, but I think the whole world is being faced and going and treading in new territory. So one thing that I'm doing just to remind myself, because I do suffer from anxiety, and it's something where if there's a lot of trouble like this going on in the world, I get a little stressed out. But I think I'm just reminding myself that everyone's in the same spot. I try to make as much of a routine as possible, and I try to set goals for the fall semester, just like I would any other school semester. Some of the goals that I have are to keep straight A's. It's something that I was able to do in the spring semester. And even though this fall semester is going to look a little bit different with maybe a hybrid set of courses, so half online, half in person possibly, I'm still trying to keep that goal because that's what keeps me in line a little bit.
Yeah, I think setting goals are definitely important when being a college student for sure. And then definitely with this new restrictions that we'll be having, I think setting goals are very important because some days may just seem like the days are going super slow or going super fast, and you really aren't just like understanding what's going on. You're just going to class and coming back. While when you set goals, like I guess it gives your life more purpose, for sure. And then I think another thing is like, I guess staying connected with the people that you love for sure, and then the people that you actually trust and care about. Just because it is going to be a lot more restricted, and you may not have that much contact of being in a social environment in college. I mean, it is going to be social, but it isn't going to be like how previous semesters have been. So definitely staying in contact with many people, just still having those phone calls with them, whether it's every night, talk to a different person, or calling your family every night. I think that definitely is important for this upcoming semester.
Yeah. I also think that from what I remember of what I used to do, like sometimes I would be in class, and before like class got like super serious into the lectures, I would always do like a little to-do list of the things that I wanted to get done. And I kid you not, like that helped me so much because I got like reminded of things that I like forgot about and stuff like that. And another thing is that, like you're gonna be like not able to be surrounded by, your friends all the time, just because of like your own like protection and safety of like, you know, the virus and stuff. Like some of your friends probably live with their grandparents, and so they're definitely probably not going to want to see you as often. And then some other people literally are living in the dorms and they're by themselves. And so I definitely think that that is when you should definitely take advantage of all the events that are going to happen on campus that will be in person, even with the given safety protocols. But I think it's so important to be surrounded by other people. It's literally human nature. And
Definitely.
Regardless of whether it is even through playing like video games or doing like a Zoom meeting, whatever it is, like if you are in contact verbally with that person, then you'll definitely feel better about yourself for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one thing that I've like kind of discovered during this quarantine season that we've had is that even though you might not be able to, you know, have a big group of friends, even though we might not be able to physically hang out together, we still try to schedule like Friday Zoom calls or just
That's
times
cool.
where we can all FaceTime just because we're not having a lot of human interaction like Kathy's saying, and it's
Hmm.
just human nature. So I think that's very important.
Definitely. If you can set some time aside to like speak to all your friends like in a group FaceTime, I think that's really cool. Some Zoom calls. I mean, we all have to do our job when facing this virus, so I mean, we all have to compromise in some way. I think that's a great way of compromising in this place. I know on campus, I think they're gonna have like some sort of things for students, but like I know they're gonna limit the capacity of a lot of
Yeah.
things. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not. So don't expect like to just stay in your dorm all day and go to class and come back. Maybe. I mean, they'll probably have some stuff, but of course they're gonna have those restrictions: wear masks, social distance, and then they're probably gonna limit the amount of students that are able to
Yeah.
go to certain stuff. So.
Yeah, I still think it's a good idea though. Another goal that I'm gonna set, even though I'm a
Hmm.
senior and even though I do have some college experience under my belt, I think I'm
Hmm.
still gonna make it a point, even in this season, as a goal to like meet new people and try something new. Because even though it might not be the traditional way of what we all thought it was gonna be, like
Hmm.
joining a new club or like getting involved on campus with an organization that I have never tried but I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's definitely a goal that I want to set
I think
moving
that's
forward.
really important for sure, being on college student. Because I remember like the first, I don't know how it was for you guys, but like my first 1 or 2 years, or even three, on campus was like I had my group of friends, and then that was it. Like we used to
Mhm.
hang out on the weekends. We hang out throughout the week sometimes. I go to class. I come back to my dorm. I go home on the weekends. I wasn't really involved on campus. It was just me and my friend group. We did things together, and I think that's one thing I probably regret from like those early on years, because I mean it was fun being with them, but like being like active on campus is so important to be being a college student. It's like there's two missions in college. It's like, yeah, to get your degree, but the second one is to interact and meet new people. Just because like you're gonna meet these people outside of college too. Like once you graduate, like these are the people you're entering the workforce with. So I think it's fun too. You meeting new people and then seeing learning their life experiences. Like where I come from, there are a certain amount of people that like certain amount of people that I grew up with, and I know like sort of their lifestyle. They know my lifestyle. But when I went to college, it was just like a whole different environment. It's like people from Miami, people from New York, people from out the country. All these people have different types of life experiences, and learning from it was, I don't know, I think it's really cool for sure. So I think that's one thing that I regret, probably just like doing the more I did it my senior year, but I wish I would have did it like those other
Mhm.
3 years too.
I think that it's so important to make friends also your age in college. So
For
like
sure.
not like exactly your age, but like you are still young with them. Because as soon
Hmm.
as you graduate college, like let's be real, the majority of people that you're going to enter the workforce with, it's either going to be in an office, it's either going to be like I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. But majority of the time, whether you're going to be in a hospital, in an office, in a certain
Hmm.
building, like you're going to be surrounded by a lot of people that are a lot older than you. And they're going to
For
look
sure.
at you as the little one. So it's not going to be very easy for you to make those friends because, yes, they're going to be more mature. But, you
Hmm.
know, those friends that you like to go on those like fun adventures with are really the ones that you're probably going to find in college. And so that's something that I feel like is super important, because like I highly doubt I'm gonna find someone that has like the same like, you know, vibes as me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like you don't. I don't know. Like I got lucky sort of with like my roommates, and they like kind of had the same vibe as me. But like usually most people you meet, like they don't really. You're not gonna gel completely. Like you're gonna because like you both live different lives before you got there. You get to college and you're both 18. You lived 18 years of your life. Like you're gonna be different for sure.
Yeah,
But I
even
mean, learning from them is like it's really cool for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So, what are some of the things that you guys wish you could have changed in your whole college experience? So, was that like maybe, you know, being more attentive in class, going to the events on campus, or like really anything?
I think I have just a little background on me. I have a bachelor's in health sciences from the University of South Florida in Tampa. So this is my second bachelor's degree that I'm getting here at UNF. So I would say looking back to my first 4 years at USF, I was very like timid and shy, just like we touched on a little bit before. I was very timid and shy to get involved. And looking back now, I wish I would have pushed myself. That's why I'm making it a goal this semester. I wish I would have pushed myself a little bit more to get involved into more organizations on campus and push myself and introduce myself to people. I don't know why, but sometimes I get nervous when I talk to new people.
I know how you feel.
Yeah.
It's sketchy because like you don't know them. It's like they can think anything of you.
Yeah, you don't know if like they're gonna not like. I don't know. I always get so nervous when I meet people. I'm like, oh, they're not gonna like me, or I get so nervous for no reason though. Like,
yeah,
it's just stupid sometimes. But that's definitely something that I want to work on.
Yeah, I think I've broken out of that bubble a little bit slowly, but I was the same way. Like my freshman year, I would not talk to anyone and be like, "Oh my God," like I'd feel intimidated. Like from all like these people that are like kind of older than you and all of this. I'm just like, "Oh my God," like what like I literally don't know what I'm doing. But like, yeah,
I agree.
I definitely wish I would have like definitely gotten to know people more. And like eventually like I did, and especially like in the major that you and I are in, Andrea, like I definitely feel like we have a really good like major where we're surrounded by people that are very like talkative, and we all have a really good connection among everyone. So
yeah, so for people that maybe don't know, Andrea is me and Kathy are in the same major, nutrition and dietetics. And Cire, I think you've taken like a class with us.
Bro, no, I took that online class. Such an L. Look. So little story before we keep going. So I'm a public health major, and like I'm in my last year. So like last semester, I decided to take like I need an easy class online, and then I'm gonna take my other public health courses. So tell me why I just seen this class called Food, Health, and Society, and I was like, oh, bet. I'm about to take this class online, easy A. I get in the class, one of the hardest classes I ever took. One of the hardest classes.
And we didn't even realize,
terrible.
like, I didn't even realize that he was taking the same, like, he was in the same
terrible.
class as us until like halfway through the semester.
It was terrible.
Yeah, but what I was touching on was that I feel like we're very blessed, Kathy and I, in our major, because I feel like everyone just meshes so well. Everyone is super talkative and personal, and I really admire that about our major. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it's like, and how we were talking about how like students like being engaged more on campus, and like I think when you get to your sophomore or junior year, like when you get actually into your major, when you're done with the general education classes, and like you start taking those courses towards like your nutrition degree or your public health degree, I think like those are the people you should be connecting with the most, because you're all in the you basically all take the same classes, and you're basically all going to be applying for the same jobs. You're all going to be joining the same sort of organizations. So I think it's definitely important to connect with those students once you get in your junior year and you're like all taking the same sort of classes for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
definitely feel like one of my best friends, we had like our gen ed classes together, and we had like 4 classes together in one semester. But then like she
Mhm.
had a different major than me, and then she ended up
Wow.
changing her major like 3 times, and so we never had ever a class ever together ever again. But she's
Wow.
really my best friend though, and we still hang out. So like I said, like in your own major, like when you're like a junior and a senior, yeah, that's when you should probably really get in touch with those people, because those are literally going to be like the people that you're going to be applying to jobs with, and it's really fun because you guys get to like study together and have that like support system, and so it's so
Yeah, that's true. Cause like you both struggle together, most likely. It's like it's
yeah,
like you're all taking the same exams on the same coursework, and then you can like hit somebody up like, hey, how did you complete this assignment or something like that, or how are you feeling about this class, or like they probably took another class that you're probably taking like next semester. Then you ask them, hey, what professor did you take, or something like
yeah,
that, and they say, oh yeah, you should take this professor. She was pretty nice.
Yeah, for
work
So
sure.
other schedules, and so that's how it works, because you want to like you don't want to be in a class where you don't know anyone when all your other friends are in the other classes, like,
hmm
so that's really important.
that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I think going back to the mental health aspect of going into this fall semester, one thing that I probably will do and start implementing is like I'm already kind of like an organized, like neat freak, but even more so now with the conditions that we're going to be going back to, I think keeping myself organized is going to be great. And I've really gotten into like journaling daily. So
hmm
mental health wise, I think that'll help me a lot when going into fall semester. Just like getting my thoughts down on paper will be nice.
Yeah, I have done journaling before. I obviously don't do it every day, but it really does help. Like, you kind of like distance yourself for a second in your own mind, and you actually are reflecting on it, and I feel like that really helps because you can actually see like kind of like your perspective of how this looks like, and like I don't know, like you kind of can reflect on it too. It's like, why was I feeling so upset like that day or something like
hmm
that? And how can like I make myself feel better about this? And also like I would say like um definitely like meditation helps too. Like there's a lot of meditation apps. Um
hmm
those will definitely help too. Like sometimes like I think like even when you're in college your mind is so overactive. You have so many things that you have to do, and I feel like if you can definitely like relax for yourself in those last like 20 minutes or 30 minutes before you go to sleep, and just either read a book or do something that's just very relaxing, and that
hmm
it's relaxing, like whether that's reading a book, listening to like really calm music, whatever it is, like that will definitely like you know decrease your little attentive levels and stuff. So
That's for sure.
that's so important.
And I know another like aspect of like mental health and preparing for the fall semesters. They like other ways such as exercising, and of course, Kathy and Andrea would know about nutrition and how important that is. Of just staying healthy during those times. College can be stressful, so maintaining like healthy habits such as making sure you're sleeping well, making sure you're exercising, make sure you're you're eating healthy. Definitely listen to your body and understand. Um, I mean, make sure that you're, maintaining those healthy habits so you aren't, being so stressed out. Because when you're hungry or when you're tired or when your body just doesn't feel it, your mind isn't gonna feel it. So
Yeah.
definitely focus on
Yeah,
those things.
I'm guilty of that too. Like there's times where I just feel like a huge crash during the day, and then there's like
hmm
a study session, and I'm just like, oh my god, like
Hmm.
Exactly.
you just feel so out of it. But it's most likely because either you're not getting enough sleep, you're not drinking enough water, you haven't eaten
hmm
enough, like certain things like that, or you're just overall stressed. And stress is really not a good thing, guys. Like you can it really affects your mental health, and you can like even like have hair loss due to it, and that's not a good thing either. So
Yeah.
um
That's
yeah.
why I think a schedule is so important for sure. So having
Oh
that
yeah. It
schedule with
was
like.
Yeah,
Definitely helps.
didn't mean to interrupt you, sorry. It was so
You're good.
hard for me to like when everything got moved online at first, it was so hard for me to like sit down and get work done in my own home.
Yeah,
It
same.
was so hard for me. So I had to
Mhm.
like the night before write everything down, like literally hour by hour, like 8 a.m. workout, 9 a.m. breakfast and whatever, 10 a.m. start homework. And like I had to physically write out like hour by hour
Mhm.
just because it was so hard.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's definitely going to be important in the fall semester because, like you said, it's going to have that hybrid sort of course, that course load. So definitely trying to figure out those days when you don't have classes, like what are you going to do? You have to set time aside to study, set time aside when you're going to go to the cafeteria, when you're going to work out. I really don't know how campus is going to be set up. I've just been hearing so many different things. So I guess once you go in there and see that first, I guess 1 or 2 weeks and see how it is, then you can go ahead and decide how you want to set your day up.
Yeah.
For sure.
We can definitely hopefully discuss about that in the future as we get more updates based on that. But anyways, I think for now we're gonna end it. Thank you so much, Andrea, for joining us in this podcast. We definitely
Yeah,
would love
thank you,
to
Andrea.
have you in our future ones. And we hope that everyone has a good, awesome weekend and that you enjoyed this podcast. Give it a like, share it, whatever you want to do with it. And we hope to see you guys soon. So,
Thanks for having me, guys.
thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.